Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. And today I am bringing you Wreck the Halls by Jessica Payseur, published by Dreamspinner Press. This is part of their Advent Calendar series. This book really reminded me of like grumpy old men. The whole war that went on between Nick and Paul throughout the story that just kind of escalated until it was like beyond repair, or at least almost beyond repair. Except instead of like two grumpy old men, we just kind of had two quasi-grumpy, younger, attractive gay men that had the hots for each other, but were in a competing business, so they had to go to war. Or at least they thought they had to. Paul had owned Paul's Cafe for 7 years, and his business was thriving. He was doing really well for himself until next door opened Nick's restaurant. And a lot of his customers kind of started going over there. And he was just like, what's so great about this guy? And finally he goes over and meets him. And Nick is this cheerful, bubbly, just like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Nice to meet you. And Paul's just kind of like, what the hell? Why are you so cheerful, man? Like, what's going on? So then he's like, something has to happen here. And he might do a couple things on his way out the restaurant to get some customers back into his door. And this starts a back and forth between the two. To top it off, just kind of like grumpy old men, they live next door. Like above the restaurants are apartments. And so not only do they have to work next door to each other, they live next door to each other. Well, at first the pranks are just like little silly ordeals. You know, somebody might change an open sign to a closed sign, somebody gets a waiter to walk off and then just kind of walks out the restaurant. You know, something that's easily fixable. It might be upsetting and maddening, but fixable. But it quickly escalates to the point where it could cause damage or somebody could get hurt. So how do you call a truce? How do you make peace once you've escalated things this far? I really liked how Jessica kind of put an end to the games that they were playing, kind of made them stop and see exactly how childish their actions had become. And a little help, you know, little birdies in their ears telling them that, you know, maybe this is what you should do, maybe this is how you should be acting. And just things that made them actually adult about the whole situation for a moment, instead of going off of pure competitor instinct, I guess we can call it. I mean, it's hilarious. There were parts where I was like, oh God, I can't believe this is about to happen. And I just waited for the downfall and I was like cackling hysterically because it wasn't happening to me. And I was just like, oh goodness, this is gonna be so horrible. But at the same time, I was like, put on your big boy pants and let's figure out how to adult, okay? This is getting out of hand too quickly. But how Jessica rings it all back in, puts them back on point, has them seeing the light, how they can solve this problem. And maybe a little bit of something extra, a little bit spicy, some Christmas magic in there too for us. And the ending. I just, once these two sit down, talk it out, make out for a little bit, you know, whatever, either or, I loved the banter between the two. I think I could sit down and read conversations between them all day. Like, give me their daily transcripts. What happened today? What's going on? I don't think it would ever be boring between these two men. Paul is a very serious guy. Nick is not. And just, yeah, I think a daily transcript with the conversations between the two would be absolutely hysterical. With this being part of the Advent Calendar series and them such short stories, the highest star rating I'm giving is 4. So before you come after me with your virtual torches and pitchforks, it's what I feel comfortable with, and that's what I'm doing. I am giving Wreck the Halls 4 stars. It's definitely worth it. It's hysterical, but at the same time, you're just like, oh, so frustrated. Like, the angst is worked in with every prank that goes on, because you're like on one side laughing your ass off and on the other side you're like, good grief, you guys, seriously. So what I am going to do for you is I am going to leave the Dream Spinner and Amazon links down below so that you can click them and be on your way. If you've enjoyed this review, I'm going to ask that you help me with that YouTube algorithm and give me a like. Leave me a comment. I love to interact with all of you guys, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I try to get new stuff out for you guys every Sunday through Thursday, but I honestly never know what time, and obviously there's some bonus days, And that's the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have something new for you. If you like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm going to leave stalker links aplenty. So go, click, investigate, enjoy. Wreck the Halls by Jessica Payseur, published by Dreamspinner Press, part of their Advent Calendar series. 4 stars. Bye. Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. And today I am bringing you New Game Start by C.S. Poe, published by Dreamspinner Press. This is part of the Advent Calendar series, so it is a very short story, but it is, if anybody can write nerds, C.S. Poe can write me some nerds. Edgar Royale is a very big introvert. So much so, he wakes up in the morning, has breakfast, takes a shower,